welcome to this week's episode of The Last Refuge. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands. With me, I have...
Zadira. Kid.
Bria.
And Flick.
Last week, the crew scouted the heart of the world, and they found the beast. They finally saw it, this enormous, mile-plus long, amorphous, fluid form, elemental creature. It's a little off in the distance. They've seen it. It hasn't answered a ton of questions yet, but that's coming. What is the crew's plan for their first encounter? Will they test the waters slowly and carefully? Or is this the last refuge? Let's find out. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
I want to start this week by pointing out that unfortunately Taryn cannot join us because she fell into the river Ushrog.
Typical.
Oh, that was a good one.
So our heart goes out to all of the other denizens of the river who had to help her out. How we doing?
Yeah.
We're going to keep it brief, but like, let's get, how you feeling? What are you thinking? What's going on?
In one word, how's everyone feeling?
Nervous.
Well, I was going to say...
Nobody said it with me. That was not good.
I thought we were doing one by one.
I thought it was like...
I thought it was just going to
I
be
thought it was all
nervous.
Oh, right. Got it.
Yeah. There's also a little excitement in there, but...
Yeah, right?
I'm punchy.
I was going to say, you
Punchy.
finally get to fight something.
I'm punchy in all areas
Forms
of the
of the
way.
word.
Yeah, all forms of the word punchy.
Absolutely.
I am punchy.
Yeah, it's been a day.
Also,
so
like,
we have.
I could use a drink. I'm just saying.
We'll go ahead and tell the listeners and viewers. So we have recorded this entire season up to this point today. Once again, and I said this in episode 1, and I will say it now, and I'll probably say it in 6 and 10, which we're shooting tomorrow. But like, oh my God, the hugest thank you to Podcast Place and to Solomon, our producer here. Like we have been marathoning these things, y'all. I gave us 10-minute breaks between episodes and a 1-hour lunch, and other than that, we have been recording D&D. So thank you all. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Ushrog. And thank you, and thank you, Solomon, because I put us together with an ambitious schedule, but I knew we wanted to get through this, and we wanted to be able to do it, and we're together, which is exciting.
Amazing.
So
Let's rock it.
We still all haven't been together. All of us.
All right, well, that's just depressing. Let's play D&D.
Let's keep going.
Starting this on a down note, we can only go up from there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know about that.
Let's play.
Okay.
Things could get worse.
You know.
So, you all, at the end of last week, you saw the beast. You saw it eat the biggest purple worm you have ever seen in your entire lives. You saw it fly up into the sky. You saw this amorphous figure with a phoenix's wings and a leviathan's face and a turtle tail and I'm running out of body parts. Anyway, you could see all of the pieces of those elder elementals that you had the visions of in that cave for episode 200. And you know that this creature is the result of whatever it is that the people of that era did to capture those 4 devastating creatures.
Right.
And there's nothing for it but to go after it, because that's what you're here for.
Yeah.
So you've made your way through the landscape. You've avoided more quicksand and corpsent and magma fields and polar vortexes. And you're close. You're several hundred feet away, so not close enough to engage yet, but close enough that you can see this creature, and it has landed on the ground again, and it doesn't seem to be moving. Maybe it's digesting, maybe it's finishing the worm. But at least for the moment, it's on the ground and relatively stationary, and you can hardly fathom the size. I mean, a mile-long, individual-ish creature. What do you do?
Run screaming.
Sure, fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, 2 options. You go toward or
Yeah.
Bad practice.
Have band practice. Oh my God.
So 3 options.
Yeah, 3 options.
We gotta get closer, unfortunately.
Okay.
That's my first instinct. I think if we are at the edge of this sort of gigantic crater clearing field, something or other.
Well, so you're a little ways away. You're several miles from the crater. where it emerged. And to be super clear, that was where it was slumbering. Right?
Sure.
And when it emerged, it left this enormous hole in the ground. What I will also say is you saw no evidence of an arcanium there, or a node, or you all know it was originally imprisoned in something that looked like the 4 nodes, but much larger. You saw no evidence of it. Let me have perception checks from all of you, please, actually, before we start positioning and all of that. Bizdira?
12.
Okay. Is that passive or did you roll a 12?
I both.
Great, I love it. Kit,
22.
Flick,
26.
and Bria.
17.
Kit and Flick, you see as this creature, it may be stationary, but it is still shifting. And you see the heart of the world, clearly why this island is called that. You see this crystal, and it is inside of this beast. Sometimes part of it comes to the surface, and you can see it more clearly, but it is clearly a part of the creature itself.
Wait for us to catch up with
Yeah,
it.
no, I see you all typing, and I can't tell you how my heart warms. It only took 252 episodes.
For
For some of you,
us.
yes. Yes.
Specifically me.
All right, so Flick, you said approach, which seems like the only option. Are we approaching ready to engage?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm not speaking for the group, but
I mean, like, with a creature that size, like, how it's not really gonna know. Like, we're basically ants to it, so we can kind of sneak up on it, right?
It spent the past 14 months making a magnifying glass.
Very good. Very good.
Nice throwback.
what say you, Kit?
Thank you.
I think that if we are here to test our mettle, let's say, and see what is going to affect the creature, we should be ready to attack it. Because otherwise, what are we doing here?
Right.
Well, yeah, I think I meant not with are we trying to surprise it? Or are we
Oh.
just trying to lob stuff at it and see what goes?
That one.
Okay.
Lob stuff at it. See what happens.
I only say not immediately because I would like to get maybe, 60 feet away from it to see exactly what else is going on. But if that's too close, because as you said, we are ants to this thing. So
We are
60
ants to
feet
this
compared to a mile-long creature is a mere
But
shift, right? Physically.
But that means that we can sneak up 60 feet behind it.
Behind it, above it.
If it's a mile long, then we might not even get an acknowledgement from its head.
Well, you remember that its heads are in different places all the time.
That is
So
fair.
to identify the front or back of it is difficult.
Can we find the poop chute?
All right, so why don't we go ahead, and you all are going to approach, and it sounds like you're going to start trying to examine it and lobbing things at it. So, for the first time this season, let's roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I think it's important to note that Flick now has advantage on initiative, which is, let's say it together, his worst nightmare.
Yeah, you were gifted Talanis's Bow of Warning, and so you've been carrying that great gift for some time. Yeah. Bizdira, what'd you get?
I got an 18.
Hey, okay, Flick.
I did too. Who wants to go first?
You obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Okay.
That's fine.
Kit, what'd you get?
A 7.
A 7. And Bria.
I want to go first. I got a 19.
Ooh, all right, Bria. Well, the beast got a 25, but you are correct in thinking that at the moment, at least, it's not particularly aware of or interested in you. So, Bria, you're up first.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and attack.
I don't know if you're joking, but sure.
I am joking.
Okay.
No, I think so. Are we just saying at this point that we are within that 60-foot range of it?
I will say that you can move to within 60 feet with a 30-foot move on this turn. All of you could move
Okay.
30. So you're 90. You're all about 90 feet out.
Together.
Okay, I'm just fine for us to all head towards it. I'm not going to prep anything yet.
Okay, so you're moving in to 60 feet and hanging out there. Flick.
He's gonna. No, he was already on his broom, but he's gonna take off on his broom and, as stealthily as possible, try and get 30 feet closer to this thing.
Okay, so what you're going to need to do for that is you're going to roll a stealth check, and you're going to be moving at half speed. So if you want to get the full 30, you're going to use your action to dash to get the full 30.
That's okay. That's all right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, that's not okay.
Okay. Well, make up your mind.
Okay, so I guess I'm just flying up because I need my action.
Yeah, fly up, sure.
And then, so I don't need to make any sort of check. I just get closer to it.
Yeah.
Nah, and then I'm using my hunter's sense to see what else I can find out about this beast.
So, one thing at a time. Tell me what hunter sense gives you.
It gives me damage immunities.
Okay, damage immunities are poison, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Resistances.
Damage. Okay, get ready. Damage resistances: acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
And then any vulnerabilities. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. No. Anything else?
That is it because it's not. We can see it very clearly. Okay, so that is it.
All right. Well, that was interesting. Let me have you all very quickly make insight checks, please. As Flick presumably shares this with everyone.
Absolutely.
Great.
If we're all together,
Oh, and you've got the telepathic bond going, right? You rolled the percentile for that today. The last, right? You rolled the
which
telepathic bond.
oh yes,
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Okay, Bizdir, what'd you get on insight?
She got a 21.
Amazing. Flick,
rolling insight.
please.
21.
Okay. Kit.
24.
Ooh, and Bria.
I also got a 21.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yay.
So all of you, very quickly when this comes out, you're surprised at the news that Flick gives you, and things begin to click into place. The fact that it only has 1 damage immunity and it's poison probably means that siphoning the nodes reduced some other elemental immunities to resistances.
Lovely.
There may be other things that also happened and didn't happen, but seems like one of them makes sense that it would be the immunities were not removed, but reduced.
Sure.
All right, Flick, anything as a bonus action?
Not right now.
All right, Bizdir, we're up to you.
Can you help me out with making this thing fail a con save?
Yes.
Oh.
Fail.
Fail.
I can give it disadvantage.
That helps.
Well, hold on. Hold, please.
Hold, please. Holding.
Why don't you go ahead and do what you're going to do, and
Okay.
then we'll figure out how Flick can help you in the moment.
All right. Bonus action. Click the boots.
Okay.
She's going to run up to the beast and
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was coming.
punch it 3 times.
Well, no, you're going to punch it twice because you use your bonus action to click the boots.
Okay, I'm gonna punch it twice, and I am going to use 2 key points to try to stun the beast.
Yeah, well, so you can use those key points as you hit. You can
Right.
choose to use them when you hit.
Okay.
So let's see if you hit first.
I am nervous. I am running
Aw.
up to a mile-long
Aw.
creature to punch it in a tiny. It's like sticking a toothpick on
I
an
mean, listen,
ogre.
you're a big, strong monk. All right, what'd you
Okay,
get?
I got a 21 to hit.
That does not hit. And when you
Oh my
hit it, when you
God.
strike it, you strike true, but you can see a green light very similar to the beacon light from the eastern node shimmer across it.
Fuck.
Almost as if it has some sort of a shield coming from that node.
Out of all the things.
Just making notes.
Fuck. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh,
So a 21,
good. 21 does not hit.
21.
24 does.
25. 24 does hit.
Yeah, because I said
24
yes
and
before I realized.
Okay. So, stunning strike
Yeah. Bring it
And
on.
I'm going to give it disadvantage right now.
with 8 points of magical
Magical. That's right.
bludgeoning damage.
That's right. And then con save.
Con save
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage, DC 15.
Same thing. That is a 21 to save.
Fucking saves.
All right. Hey, we're starting to learn anything. That's bonus action, action, and move. So that brings us.
She's booking it back
Interesting.
with the boots.
Yeah.
at
Okay.
disadvantage.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't worry about it. Kit, we're up to you.
Okay. Sure. You know what? I want to stay back wherever I am, not close up to it.
You're about
and
90 at this point.
I'd like to cast a little ice storm over its fiery wings.
Okay. Yeah, and they're sort of moving around, but they're generally on the top-ish of the,
Yeah,
the creature.
yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So I believe
It's a dex save.
it's a dex save. Okay.
Let's see how high it rolls.
It's not gonna tell us the number. She's gonna tell
We'll get
what
a sense.
That is a 10 to save,
That does not save.
but it does save.
Oh, okay, it's legendary.
legendary action.
But you get a sense that, like, it's saved by sheer force of will, not for any particularly quick action on its part in that moment.
That's
Well-
a skilled reason.
It is still going to take half damage.
Okay, bring it on.
All right, so that is a whole 5 magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And not very much at all. That's going to be 4 cold damage, which I know reduces
To
to
2.
2.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the only hit point, as B-Dave Walters likes to say, the only hit point that counts is the last one. You do... Oh, yes, you do notice as... tell me what the spell looks like, and then roll a percentile.
Sure. I slam my staff into the ground, and I think the leaves flutter in the air, and little snowflakes come off of it and whirl around and find their way to the point I've designated, where it starts, hail and sleet starts falling onto the spot that I've pointed out.
I love it. Roll percentile for me.
Alrighty. I think I rolled this already today. A 96.
Yeah, you did. All of a sudden, the rocks on the ground feel super sharp. You all have vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute.
Watch out.
All of us.
Oh, yeah. No, actually not true. You don't.
Right.
You're far enough ahead. You
I'm up in
need
the
to
air.
get within 60 in the air. You still are, though, because
Okay.
you went to 60, right? And
Yes.
then Bria, you just moved up to 60, but yeah, so just not Bizdira, but the rest of the other 3 of you are vulnerable to piercing.
I won't die from a vine this time.
Kit, you also watch as in the places where the like hail strike, right? You can see that it sort of, it does a little bit of damage. It cuts into whatever parts of the beast there, but then you can see where the cold sort of hits, where the coldness from the storm is. And you watch as in those places, the water leviathan sort of seems to take form in that spot. And as it does, you actually watch as it takes the cold and sort of absorbs it. And you watch a few of the wounds that you caused from the bludgeoning damage close up ever so slightly.
This is
Interesting.
it's rough news.
It's
Anything-
elemental math.
Yes.
Anything else on your turn, Kim?
Not right now.
Okay. Hey, congratulations. You got its attention.
Oh, not what I wanted to hear.
And so the creature begins to sort of shift, and you see you see a firebird's head sort of poke out on your general side of the thing, and it screeches a call, and I need Bizdira to make a dexterity saving throw as this entire creature explodes with fire.
Of course. Dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16.
Okay, that is a fail, but you have evasion. So
I
you
do have
take half
evasion.
damage regardless. All right, let's roll up some fire damage.
Oh, and I'm also resistant to that
Great.
as well. I have the water weird shard.
30 halved to 15 halved again to 7 fire damage
Beautiful.
as this thing explodes in fire. That is its turn, and we go now to Bria.
Blow out the side of my shirt.
Very good. Flick, you're on deck. Bria.
I am going to do my... No. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's have some fun.
Let's do.
I mean, I hope so.
Non-magical. I am gonna cast a new spell,
Okay.
Cloud of Daggers.
Ooh.
Okay. Careful. I think that might be piercing damage, and you all are very vulnerable.
Don't get it close to
Oh
us.
yeah, that's true. I can send it far enough.
Yeah,
away,
yeah. It
whatever.
also might be slashing.
It's
I
a
don't remember.
mile long.
Yeah, pick a spot.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, great.
Let's have some fun.
Great. What do I need to do with Cloud of Daggers?
Oh wait, sorry, it's brand new.
All right. You fill the air centered on a point. A creature takes it when it's in the area. So nope, it just takes 44 and it's slashing damage. All right, so no roll required.
Excellent.
Nice.
This 4d4 is gonna be what we needed, everyone.
I literally heard 44, not 4d4. And I was like, that's crap, damn it.
Oh, yes. Okay, so roll up the damage, but before you tell me, roll percentile.
Yeah. 64.
64. Okay. You've done this. This one's happened to I think to Kit before. So you cast this dagger, this cloud of daggers, but then you can't see it because bursting out from Bria is a cloud of fog. And if I'm not mistaken, fog cloud completely obscures vision when you are within it. And so that in a 20-foot radius, so Kit, Flick, and Bria are now functionally blinded. And there's a cloud of fog, 20 feet in radius, centered on Bria at the moment.
Isn't like further up? Or no.
If he was going to be within 20, I mean, you can easily fly
I'm
out of
moving.
it, but
Don't
for
worry
right
about
now,
it.
yeah. All right, Bria, how much was the damage?
Oh, 9.
9. Hey, again, the only hit point that counts is the last one. Okay. Anything else on your turn, Bria?
I'm gonna back out.
Okay, back out of the fog cloud, going straight away from the creature.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. I love it. Next up, then, is Flick. Biz, you're on deck.
All right. Well, all of a sudden, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
So I panic. So I go straight up, so that I can see the beast again.
Great. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
using my bonus action, I'm going to designate it as my Slayer's Prey.
Okay,
So that I get
great.
a little extra damage just to see if this works.
Every
And
little
so
bit counts.
he is going to, using his beautiful new longbow, send 2 attacks.
Oh, yeah. All right.
This
Arrow. Let's see it.
That. That's not going to hit.
Okay.
That is, a 22.
That does not hit.
Okay.
All right, so Flick fires off 2 arrows. One of them goes wide. The other one just sinks almost into the creature and is sort of absorbed and then fired out by that same green sort of shield shape. All right, you're moving up out of the cloud. Action and bonus action, so that brings us to Bizdira. Kit, you're on deck.
Bizdir's gonna move back a little bit so that she's still within 150 feet. And
Back a little bit like 5 feet or back a little bit like 50
like
feet?
50 feet.
Okay. You were there next to it and it has spotted you now. It'll have disadvantage.
Boots with disadvantage.
Yeah, but it is going to a sort of tail of water appears and tries to smack you as you run backwards. The hell number is that? Okay. With disadvantage, it is a 21 to hit.
Sure.
All right. That is going to do. That's an 8. Or your 10.
Oh, I
10.
don't know. Right. I'm a monk.
All right, that's gonna do. It's gonna do 11 plus 7, so 18 bludgeoning and 11 cold damage as this tail hits you as you run backwards. Carry on.
You're gonna tell me no on this. I'm gonna cast Searing Sunburst.
Okay.
If it's a save, I only get 1, right?
Yes, basically that is the way it works. Yeah.
All right, what am I gonna cast? Searing Sunburst.
Okay. What kind of save?
It's a con save.
Okay.
I'm giving it disadvantage right now.
Okay. Use that precog. That is crit on that one as a 24. Does it take half or no? Okay.
No.
All right, but that one doesn't cost you key points either, right?
No, it
okay,
doesn't.
that's good.
No.
That's good. All right, you're back
Took
there. Anything with a bonus?
29 damage to do it.
Mhm.
Bonus.
That was okay. All right, Kit, we're on to you. The beast is on deck.
Great. I'm in a ball of fog. I can't see anything, so I'm gonna try to run out of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run my 30 feet.
Yeah, I mean, you've done it before. You know that you can get out of it. So, what direction do you want to go? Towards, away, or to the side?
To the side,
Great.
please.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so you go out. You kind of almost run into Bizdira because she's come a little ways back. And you're, okay, well, that didn't last.
Sorry. Okay. I'm making it my personal duty to test out all of the different
I love that.
elemental
I
types
love
of
that for
damage
you.
and seeing what happens. So I would like to cast Call Lightning, please.
Hell yeah! Call lightning. Deck save.
Yes.
Right. It's a 13.
A 13 does not save.
You all are burning these resistances because it will save, but that's 2 in 2 rounds.
All right, I'll take it. All right. So that's the halved damage is 10.
The halved damage is 10. So that is halved with the resistance. Yeah. So you watch again, the lightning strikes, and this time the Elder Tempest, that sort of lightning sky dragon, you can see lightning sort of coruscating across these incredibly dense looking scales that appear there, almost as if the Tempest is sort of taking that part, not because it was there before, but because it was called to it. And you watch as more of its wounds are slightly healed.
But not all, right?
No, not by any stretch.
But it's healing the damage that I just did, or?
Well, in this case, it's healing, I guess, some damage that Bizdira laid on it in the previous round. Yeah.
All right.
Let me get a percentile, please.
70.
70. That one. Oh! How interesting. You, Bizdira. Oh, and unfortunately, just you and Bizdira are invisible.
Okay.
For a minute or until either of you attacks or casts a spell.
Great.
All right.
So for 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, yes. We love to see it. All right, it is the beast's turn again. And this time it sort of turns around, and this time it pulls out.
Does it start its turn in the Cloud of Daggers still?
Oh, you know what? It does start its turn there. Yes, it does.
Okay, perfect. So do I re-roll that?
You do.
Oh. I don't know how spells work.
Said the arcane trickster. Could be worse. Could have been said the wizard.
11.
11, all right. You watch as it creates a turtle head, sort of peeks out, and a little bit of rock shell appears. And its turtle mouth enormous. I said little, but like relatively, right? Its enormous turtle maw opens, and rocks begin to fly out of its mouth in y'all's direction. So one of them is going to head in the direction of Kit, and one is going to go towards... Interesting. Bria.
Disadvantage if she's invisible.
Oh,
Oh,
one is going to
yeah.
go to Kit and one is going to go to Flick.
But I'm invisible too.
One is going to go to Bria and one is going to go to Flick. Are you two
Hooray!
visible?
Yeah, we are visible.
Sorry,
Great.
guys.
We're the other two.
Incredible.
You said dex save?
I did not. I
Oh.
said I'm going to roll an attack.
Sure, absolutely.
I didn't actually say that. So against Flick, it's a 30 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 29.
That'll still hit.
Okay. Bria, against you, it is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
All right. All right, Flick, you get smacked with this rock, which almost seems composed as much of magic as it does of actual stone. And you are going to take 51 points of force damage. And Bria, you take also 51. Oh, that's weird. Also 51 points of force damage, which
And
you
I will
can
use Uncanny Dodge.
Yes, so you take 25. You roll with that rock and you only take 25. That is the beast's turn, which brings us to Bria. Flick is on deck.
Okay, and I'm sorry that I have to ask this question,
It's okay.
but with a concentration spell, I either have to drop it to attack.
No. You need to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC for 25 damage is 12.
I did not save.
Okay, so the cloud of daggers disappears.
Okay. Which is fine because I wanted to do something else. Anyways,
Great.
so I am gonna run up and I am gonna use the Frost brand short sword.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that thing. All right, roll that attack roll.
While I do that though, I'm gonna use my mage hand with I guess I have to use Flick since the other two are invisible. To distract the beast.
Okay,
Is
you can
how
do that.
works?
You can do that with a bonus action. Is that mage hand? Is that a feature of yours?
Yes.
Okay. Then
Yep.
yes, let's do it.
Okay, so it is a 24 to hit,
24 hits.
and that means I get my sneak damage, right?
You had advantage,
Because
so
I
yes, it
distracted
does. Yes, it does. Very nice.
I need to start rolling digitally.
And how does this damage? What kind of damage is this?
This is magical piercing, and then it's going to be an additional cold.
Okay, so split them out, but good to know. How you feeling?
I know what I'm
He's
doing.
just shaking his head at me.
I
love
don't
it.
know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're getting there, y'all. We're making it through. We're getting there. You all have. You've done.
Highly
I'm
concentrated.
not going to tell you how much damage it has right now, but like you've done damage.
Mm-hmm.
We've done like 3 points of damage.
No, you've done much more.
We've
You've
done
done
much
more
It's
than that.
healing
Yeah, it's
itself.
healing
Yeah,
itself.
but only by little tiny bits every time.
How tiny?
So that's
Your damage is
34
good.
magical piercing.
34 magical piercing. Okay.
Wow.
Correct. And then 5 cold damage.
5 cold. Okay, which of course is halved to 2, and you watch as the wound that you caused, a tiny fraction of it, seals up as the water leviathan takes shape where your frostbrand plunged in, but just a little
Okay.
itty bitty bit of it.
Okay.
That was your action. Bonus action. You gonna move at all? You're up next to it, and I think you were still a ways away, so I don't know that you have any move left.
No. I'm
Okay.
good.
All right, Flick, we're up to you. Biz, you're on deck.
All right. I'm actually going to harness the magic of the solstice and use 2 of our given
Oh.
solstice points.
Okay,
Have we talked
so
about
you
that yet?
no, well, we haven't really. We talked about how you could see magic, but we haven't described it since then. So, Flick, you can, all of you, as you cast these spells, you see little threads of magic appear that you, whether you're consciously manipulating them or not, the spell casting forms them into your spells. But Flick, you're the first one to take hold of those threads and force them to reshape. Tell us what's happening.
Well, he's going to harken back to that feeling that he had earlier today about quickening his spells, and he's going to use 2 of those points to to cast Sickening Radiance at the beast.
Yeah, I love
so
that.
we'll pick a point over there that it is already in.
Okay.
And when on your turn, you have to make a con save.
Okay. Remember that
That's-
it's coming
yes.
up. Anything else on your
So I
turn?
just use that as a bonus action. So
right.
then I'm going to fly 50 feet back and then try to hit this thing again with two
more
longbow
shots.
attacks.
Let's do it.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
That doesn't hit.
Listen, we got.
I'm trying to find its HP. I'm trying to find its HP.
Very
Or its-
intimidating. AC,
whatever.
yeah. At the end of your turn, it takes some umbrage with this little creature that has stabbed the shit out of it. So Bria, it lifts up in the air and slams back down, trying to crush you. And that is a 17 to hit you.
That ties.
Okay. So as it comes down, an enormous shockwave of thunder rings out, and you take 22 thunder damage.
How close am I to
Okay.
Bria?
She is up there, and you were 60 back, so 60 from Bria.
I will also uncanny dodge that.
Because you just had your turn, so yes, you can use that again right now. Yes. All right, that brings us to Biz.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not going to use my burning hands because I know it's going to happen. But do we want to test that? Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
For
All
the
right.
sake of
For the
being
sake of everything.
completionist,
Science.
let's do it.
All right. So Biz is going to run up, and
Yeah.
she's going to run up next to Rhea.
Okay.
And so she's going to run up, and she's going to punch, key point, 2 key point, burning hands. So
Right.
let's see.
Let's do the punches.
19.
That one misses.
That one definitely misses.
All right, but now it's a dex save for burning hands.
Now it's a dex save.
Okay. Okay. Oh, it crit failed. So it gets something, and then it chooses to succeed. But hey, like I said, you're burning him. All right, roll that damage.
Oh, for the burning hands.
It
Yeah.
still gets half,
I
no?
believe it is 2d6, 3d6, 3d6. I
it's
think.
2.
Okay.
I gotta find it.
It is 3. I'm getting the word from story consultant Robert that it is 3. So we'll take 3. Thank you,
3d6.
Robert.
Thank you, story consultant Robert. You're gonna
13.
make me
Yeah, I'm gonna
that.
do it.
Thank
13.
you. 13 fire damage.
Which is halved to 6 because it made the save, halved to 3 again. This time you see the Phoenix, the Firebird, come out in that spot and absorb that little bit of damage.
Yeah.
That brings us around then to... Oh, anything else? No, that was action, bonus action move. That brings us around to Kit then.
Alrighty, so first of all, I would like to use my action to call the lightning once again.
Okay.
Because
Oh, yeah,
the
no new
is
spell.
no new spell, same
Right.
spell.
Dex save.
Yes.
That one is a 19 to save.
Ooh, a 19 does save.
Okay.
Unfortunately for me. But it'll take half.
Okay. Give me that half. Ah! Oh, no.
I'm just gonna have to collect all my dice that have fallen.
Yeah,
off the
that's fine. Part of rolling real dice.
All right. So it's 22, so 11. And then
11
halved again.
halved again to 5. All right, and you see the Tempest grab that energy and use it to heal itself a little.
Great. And for my bonus action, Flick, how far are you from me?
The back, I would say maybe 30 or 40 feet, right?
Okay.
Because I retreated a little bit.
Okay, but you're within 60 feet of me.
Yeah.
I will use my bonus action to cast a healing spirit.
Okay.
Wait, no,
No,
never
that
mind.
would- yeah.
No,
Yeah.
'cause- oh
Next
no,
time.
I'll do a healing word. You can have a little bit of healing.
thank you.
There you go. There you go. You roll up that healing for us, and I'm going to go ahead and be at the end of your turn. Yeah.
I hate to bring this up, but I cast a spell.
You did cast a spell. Roll percentile.
52.
52. Oh, this little spectral shield hovers next to you for the next minute. You have +2 to your AC.
Fuck yeah.
It is now the beast's at the end of Kit's turn. Go ahead.
I also just did a spell.
Oh, healing word. Do it. Yeah, you all are the best. Roll that percentile. I should give it inspiration.
Fucking use my inspiration.
I mean, yes.
Oh my gosh. Didn't I keep rolling the same things? Didn't I just roll a 90? Did I just make it up in my brain that I just rolled a
Oh,
90?
yeah. Anybody who was invisible goes invisible. Oh, no. Oh,
was
shit. It's
70.
different this
So,
time.
I'm
This-
invisible again.
You are invisible again. Yes, absolutely right.
That was 70.
Nope, I got it right here. So, the beasts, at the end of Kit's turn, the beast begins to make a really strange noise.
Oh.
And all... Yeah.
Constitution save. for the beast.
Constitution save, yes. It's not its turn yet. This is a
Oh,
legendary
I'm so
action.
sorry.
That's okay. It begins to make a strange noise, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, centered just off of it, engulfing all of you, appears a polar vortex. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Brr, it's cold in here.
Bizdira, what'd you get?
10.
Okay, Flick.
17.
Kit.
16.
The way that I struggle with these names. Bria.
9.
Bizdira and Bria, you are so cold in your bones, and you both gain 1 level of exhaustion.
All right. Good to know.
Now it is the top of the beast's turn, and it makes a
Constitution.
Constitution save. Oh, 27.
Save. That does save. Let me check to see if it takes half.
Okay, you let me know, and as you check that, the first thing that it's going to do is it is going to turn again towards Bria, and this time it is going to extend those enormous fiery wings and just sort of beat them in Bria's direction. Bria, does a 23 hit you?
Sure does.
All right. That is gonna do...
I have a question when you're ready.
Yep, 18 fire damage. Flick, what was the damage from whatever you did?
It does not take half.
It does not take half. Okay, and Bizdira, what's up?
Was that a spell that it cast?
No. And then it is going to create that turtle mouth again and spew another rock, this time at Bizdira. Bizdira does a dirty 20 hit ya.
What the fuck do you think?
Well... Fair enough. 12, 15, 22, 26, 27, 28, 38 force damage, Bizdira.
Okay, that turtle needs to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bizdira, you're a monk, right?
Evasion.
No. It just shot something at you, like a missile or
different
something.
missile. Fuck. Thank you.
I've seen so many things on Twitter in the last few weeks about like, shoot shit at your monks, let them be cool. So I'm shooting shit at
There
a
you
monk.
go.
When you take damage, it's reduced by 1d10.
Mm-hmm. So it reduced by 20. What did I just say? Anybody?
Thank you. You're the best.
What did you
How much
just-
damage did I just say?
You said 38.
38. Great. So 18 instead. There you go. As you just sort of roll, you know, you don't catch it, right? But you grab it and sort of roll around.
I
with
have it highlighted.
I see that. That brings us to Bria, as the beast has completed its turn this round.
I was quite happy with that damage that I did prior, so I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I did before.
Okay.
So I'm going to use Flick as my distraction, and I'm going to try to hit.
Okay.
Happy to help.
Let's see it happen.
And I am going to use a lucky to try to hit again.
Yep, absolutely. Got him left. Use him. Use him if you got him.
And it was worse.
Okay.
So I'm going to do it one more time. That's
Okay.
what we're here for.
All right.
That's a 22.
22 does not hit.
All right. So I cry a little bit.
Sure.
And then I am going to just back myself up. And I'm
Okay.
going to hide.
As a bonus action, sure. There's plenty of stuff to block your view. Interesting. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
24.
Okay, and I'm also going to say, right, you wherever you are, you're giving yourself half cover. So even if it does know where you are, you've got at least half cover because you're behind something. Otherwise, how are you hiding? All right, that brings us to the creature taking a legendary action, and it is going to turn to actually.
I'm invisible.
Yep. That's why I stopped myself. So it's going to turn to Bizdira. No, it's going to turn to Flick, and it's going to spit a rocket Flick.
God, I love when it spits rocks.
Flick, that's a 25 to hit.
It does hit.
Yeah, and it's going to hit you with a rock and do 22, 29, 37, 47, 57 force damage.
I think that we established I was within 30 feet of my friend Flick, correct?
I believe that's true.
So I would like to use my fancy tier 2 power from my warding key. And I have now a protective bubble that just kind of like floats around with me. But as a reaction, I can extend it to one of my friends.
Okay.
And so I would like to reduce the damage that Flick is going to take, and I'm gonna give him 50 points of healing.
Right. You're going to negate 50
Negate
of
50,
that. Okay.
yeah.
So I take 7
So you
total.
take 7 total, and
Which
you
is-
reduce that barrier by 50. I think he's got 70 total, right?
Yep.
Yeah, great.
It's good. It was going to take me down.
Okay. We're getting there. All right. That does excellent work, Kit. Thank you, and a fun new ability. That brings us to Flick.
As a bonus action, I'm going to send a Bardic Inspiration over to my friend Bizdira.
Okay.
And
love to see
then
that.
I'm going to cast a new spell while maintaining concentration on my other spell called Synaptic Static. And so I need... I'm going to point over at the beast, and I need it to make an intelligence save.
Oh, yes. The first thing you should do, because you have... What spell do you have currently concentrating?
Sickening Radiance.
Oh, right. But you're about to cast another concentration anyway, right?
This is not concentration.
Oh, then I need you to make a concentration check because you just took damage. DC 10.
Yes, you're correct.
You
And I
have
get advantage.
Yes, because you got Warcaster.
That's right. That is a 21.
Okay, that's good enough. And now go ahead and take your turn. Or do the rest. You're casting what?
I am casting Synaptic Static.
Oh, yes. I believe that's either I think it's an intelligence
An intelligence save,
save.
yes.
Yeah, okay. That is a 15.
15 does not save.
Okay, but it does.
So, all right. So you're saving automatically.
That's what I'm trying to track.
How many are we up to?
I
That should
think
be
we have
3,
gotten to
4.
3. I think this is number 4.
Correct.
It'll still take half on.
Okay, great.
So 24 half to 12.
Okay, then psychic
Damage.
Okay,
yes.
24 half to 12 psychic. All right, and then will you please roll percentile?
Absolutely. I would love nothing more than to roll percentile. 32.
32.
I'm so sorry.
Flick is gone.
It's a 39.
Okay,
instead.
Flick is not gone. Oh, that's probably good. I'm really disappointed because that was funny.
Well, we know what 32.
Flick,
kind of
you
does.
feel a little better and you regain 9 hit points.
Thank everyone.
Hooray!
And then it's going to take a legendary action and spit a rock at you.
Great.
Louise.
Ooh, that might miss. The 16 hit you?
It does not.
Great, it misses.
How exciting!
Next up is Biz.
Wow.
Is all right. Awesome.
I'm live.
I am stressed out. Okay.
Okay,
Your poor voice.
we're so close. What are we doing?
Okay. She is going to just fucking wail on this thing. She's gonna kick it. She's gonna punch it.
Yeah, do it. Wail on it.
No.
You're warming up. It was a 3 on the die. Okay,
No.
9 on the die. We're getting better.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. That one was improving. Give it
No.
a chance.
No.
All right.
No.
Okay.
All right. That's a 24 to hit.
It's a 26 to hit, and that hits.
20,
That's an 18, right?
No, that's a 16.
Oh, then it was a 20.
It's a 16.
Then
It's
it's
a
a
24.
24. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And then keep point.
Yeah, you hit. No, that one misses.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use my bardic. You know what? I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration for the damage.
Can you? With yours? I don't remember.
Yeah.
You're a Valor Bard, right? So yes,
Yeah.
you can. Absolutely. Do the thing.
That is gonna be 9 points of. I'm sorry. 12 points
12.
of pow pow.
All right. We get a couple of good strikes in at the end of your turn. It spits another rocket flick.
Here we
really
go.
Takes offense to Flick. 23 to hit.
It does.
Yeah. And Flick, this does 52 points of force damage.
I'm gonna negate some of that.
Yeah.
Let's negate, 10 of it for now. And
Oh, does that take a reaction to do?
oh, yes, it did.
Okay.
It's the same round, so I can't
Yeah,
do that.
same round, haven't had your turn. So 50, whatever I said.
52.
Yeah.
I'm still up.
Okay, love to hear it. Now we are on to Kit, so now it's going to recharge after this.
All right, so I think I'm getting pretty annoyed that I keep doing nothing with these little lightning
so
strikes,
excited.
which is very annoying.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to run 30 feet towards it,
Ooh.
and then since I'm not quite close enough to do what I really wanted to do, in the meantime, we're going to cast a 5th level Moonbeam.
Ooh, we love to see it. All right, on
Oh.
its turn, it will make a Constitution saving throw. Right at the top of its turn, I believe.
Let me double check.
All right.
Which means you'll have to make 2. 1 from you.
Yes,
One for
because you
her.
made your concentration check. That's right.
Yes, when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time or on a turn, or starts its turn.
Then it happens now. All right, so we get one right off the
Alrighty.
bat. Constitution.
I need to.
Oh, it's a 10.
That does not save.
It does save, but you see something. You see a sort of one of the many magical barriers begin to fall around it.
Hmm.
Okay, so. Sorry, I just have to make a note.
And Flick, you need to make another concentration check for the 52 damage that you just took, which is going to be a DC 16. Sorry, DC 26.
DC 26.
It is half the damage that you took, and you took 52 damage.
Fuck.
I don't save.
Okay, so Sickening Radiance is down.
It's not Sickening Radiance.
Oh,
it's
sorry, it's the other one.
the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
spell.
I can't keep track. How'd
Oh
we do?
my god. I rolled
Oh no.
4 10s and a 1.
Okay, so 41.
I just can't believe I rolled 4 10s.
Incredible.
It's
I'm so
shocking.
proud of
It's
you.
about
I
fucking
wish
time.
it hadn't
I
chosen
mean,
to.
sure.
save
So
that.
that's 41 radiant damage. Half to 20 is still a lot of radiant damage, I gotta say. Well done. All right. That brings us. Anything else, Kit?
No.
Okay, that brings us to the beast, and the beast has had enough. It begins to shift its enormous form, and this time somehow that turtle head that appears is yet larger and wider somehow. And this time when it opens up its maw, it spews a 90-foot cube of debris. I need all of you to make strength saving throws.
We're great at strength. It's
This is a joke. I'm giving myself advantage.
Yeah, that feels right. Bizdira.
11.
Okay. Bria.
This is a joke.
fine. 1.
Kit.
You know what? I'm going to use my inspiration.
Do it!
Watch, it's going to be.
I'm going to give
worse.
you inspiration for remembering to use your inspiration.
Hooray!
Yeah, you can use
I
yours.
bet this is still not enough. A 14.
That is not. Flick.
That's a 9.
A 9 is not enough. Bizdira.
Okay. I use my inspiration.
Yeah.
And it's a 26.
Oh, Bizdira saves. I think she still takes half damage. All of the rest of you. Okay, let's see. Everybody takes. All of you take, except for Bizdira, all of you take 28 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone. Flick, you are knocked out of the sky. And as
he is unconscious.
Okay, I won't roll your falling damage. Bizdira, you take half that damage. So
It's 28.
So
It's
14, and you are not knocked prone. This is not a
not a
missile
deflect
attack.
missile, okay.
Yeah. Bria, did you have a question?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. Flick is down, and that's where we're gonna leave it for this week.
Retreat.
Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of The Last Refuge. Be sure to listen next week to find out how they pick up their pieces, lick their wounds, and decide what to do next. You can reach out to the TLR team by leaving us a podcast review or by dropping us a line on Twitter and Instagram at DND Last Refuge. That's at D, the letter N, D Last Refuge. And if you've got more than 280 characters to say to us, you can also email us at dndlastrefuge @gmail.com. Remember that you can catch the premieres of these videos live every Wednesday at twitch.tv/DMJazzyhands. I will be there. Various members of the company will be there, so we'll be hanging out with you in chat and watching along with you. If you can't make those Wednesday premieres, that is okay. Videos will be uploaded to YouTube, and podcast audio will be dropping as normal on Thursdays, so you can check it out there. As always, I want to thank Robert Hupp, my story consultant for this campaign, and of course, all of you for listening and watching. I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzyhands, and with me I have...
Azira.
Kid.
Bria.
And Flick.
Happy gaming, y'all.